said I got style for you.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. SOS. 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 I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah. Yeah, we do it, yeah. I go up. We influence, yeah. See me moving, yeah. I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex. Say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check. Better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best. I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest. Stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Went to starter from a mascot. Went to rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy Monday to everyone. Let me see how all systems go. As far as we looks all working here. Let's have a look. There we go. And yeah, let's get it. So Monday here, last week of the month. That's actually pretty crazy, right? This month has gone pretty fast if I think about it. Last week of the month, and then we're in December. Holy, I mean that's it's crazy to think about. I can remember the beginning of the year, to be honest. And yeah, time is speeding up, it feels, right? But that's a good thing. Means you get busy, and yeah, well, not really a good thing, but means you're busy, which is good. So let's have a look at the news for this week. We did cover this in the webinar. Today, Monday 25th, nice relaxed day. We have at 1 p.m. some IFO business climate, nothing too crazy. 1 p.m. as well. And then for the morning we're clean. For New York we're clean as well. And yeah, that's it really. Going to the rest of the week, we have a little bit consumer confidence, late NY, meeting minutes after NY, we have a bit of PCE as well, late NY, and then unemployment claims again. And then of course we have Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving week, so maybe there's a possibility NY might slow down Wednesday, Tuesday, if things are gonna, you know, we'll see realistically, but Thursday for sure it's gonna slow down. So make sure to keep alert with that, you know, and make sure that you know that it is Thanksgiving, and you know, be careful while trading NY. Potentially we could see a whole market slow down on Thursday here, but we'll have to see. Realistically in Europe it has no impact. Just depends. I would say just for New York you have to be careful based on my experience. But let's have a look at the analysis here and run everything down. So we start off on GJ here, weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is closing bearish here. We spoke about this in the webinar here yesterday about where we could potentially bounce off. Now it looks like we are playing some form of this bounce here. Yeah, a bit of a weird open on this brokerage here where we see that weird gap down like that. Daily, hopefully it's fixed. No, daily still has that. So daily is still closing bearish here. Current daily moving up 4 hour. It is mixed session bias right now. And yeah, we are bouncing from this little support down here. We can see we tapped that perfectly and now bouncing away from that. So looking like we do want to try a little bit of upside. And the question is, do we want to put in a lower high to continue potentially down? So we'll have to see about that and look at that accordingly. If we look at the 1 hour time frame, we are pushing up nicely over kind of just late Asian, to be honest, moving towards this 1 hour resistance. So it's got a few lines on the chart going here. Next 4 hours is going to be just this pause candle here. So nothing, not a crazy 4 hour resistance, but just this pause candle here. 4 hour, put it like this. If we're looking at lower time frame here, 1 hour, we're at target basically. I can count this as target here, being at the 1 hour resistance. 1 hour, something like that. So we are there at 1 hour resistance, and it will be the same for 30 and same for 15 here. 15 actually has a resistance lower. So what do we need to see right now? Now obviously this setup 1 was the kind of initiation of this trade, the setup 1, and we are in continuation at the moment. So whenever we're in continuation, don't really want to be buying highs right now. Now the problem is, even if we get above here, it becomes a little bit messy, right? It's not a clean candle zone. Now what we need to see right now is we need to see some form of pullbacks, because we are very, very close to the 1 hour. I'm actually going to take the full recent 1 hour just to have it conservative. How far do we have? We have about break of high here, 9 pips. It's not going to be the best here, right? It's not going to be the best. So we need to see some form of pullbacks here. Session bias is mixed though. So this could be extremely interesting. Let's see. I'm also trying to think of a sell opportunity, right? Because this might just be a pullback. Now we have reached targets, daily supports, etc. But I'm also trying to figure out, do we want to sell from here? If it taps daily sell, well, that's a potential, right? Because the thing is, we're between dailies, both dailies, right? We are between this daily support here and we're between that daily resistance there. Trading in between is easy, right? Halfway up, we can make it to daily resistance. Below, we can make it down. So are we convinced that this is going to be a 4 hour top? Potentially we do have, you know, this 1 hour resistance is also very close to the daily resistance. So potentially it can make sense if we respect it, but I would love to see it tapped. I'd love to see it tapped because that would give me more confidence, not for it to fail before. So if we see some sort of change of structure from there, I think that will give confidence for some form of sells towards the downside. Retrace some of this impulsive move and potentially lead into a higher low later, but for London session we head a bit down. Only thing I don't like is this strong support here with liquidity grab at 194.233. That is giving me conviction, you know, a little bit of okay. So we'll have to see. Obviously, if we just pull back now deep, create structure, especially a fake out, we can look for the buys, right? We can look for the buys, but let's let price action form from here. And then make, excuse me, shouldn't be owning, and make an assumption here, and make an assumption. So that is going to be the plan here. That is going to be the plan, is to wait for more information, because right now we're at highs. Right now we're at highs. We don't want to be jumping the gun here, trying to buy at highs. We want to be seeing change of structure from up here for sells, or pulling back to create some sort of clean candle zone, or pullbacks essentially, to then reach that daily resistance. So that's going to be the plan there. If we're looking at gold, on the other hand, gold has had a very impulsive move towards the downside. Let me check the juice, see what's going on in the juice here. This is not updated. Actually, it is. Let me just refresh to double, to make sure double. Yeah, I guess it was just a sell-off here. It's just a sell-off. That's interesting. Bit of Bank of Japan. Maybe this cooling of tensions, truce agreement, that could also be something to do with it. But yeah, heavy sell-off we saw on gold here, over Asian session here, very heavy sell-off. Now, obviously, daily is due for pullbacks. We have not had a significant pullback, and this is the first time we're breaking daily lows here. So this is a very interesting spot, to be honest. This is very interesting spot, since we have this very harsh daily pullback. This could end up being a resistance, and we do continue down. If you do look at this previous daily support back here as well, we are reacting off that as well. So if we mark that, you can see that there. So if we close below that zone on a daily time frame, we could see pullbacks end up forming lower highs to continue down. This is going to be extremely interesting to see if this ends up being a pullback. Obviously on 4-hour candles, that is definitely a resolution candle, giving us a strong conviction towards the downside. Problem is, it's done a big move, right? Do we want to have some relief, pull back up to around 80s, form a lower high there, maybe pull back to 89s, form a lower high there is the question. Right now, if we look at bias, previous daily is closing bullish, previous 4-hour is closing bearish here, so mixed bias. Technically, we have closed below the previous 4-hour support as well. And yeah, that's where we're reacting off right now. Double rejection becoming a liquidity zone. We can look to buy out of this zone and retrace some of this impulsive move down. And I think a simple range break here above basically this zone right here, which was our previous range break, will be the catalyst of that. We have grab liquidity, there is conviction, we do have mixed bias. Even if, guys, even if this ends up turning into a lower high, right? Because that's the possibility. We can be looking for sells from here later, but for the session, which is today, that's what it's going to be looking like. Selling right now in this mess after seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liquidity grabs is telling me you're asking to be slapped, because this is really not what you want to be doing when you're seeing multiple liquidity grabs. Kind of like this, right? Look how many times we liquidity grab, and then you're the idiot who sells right here and then gets cooked, you know, and you're like, why? It's like higher low, bro. Read what price action is saying. I know this one's not so obvious, like I won't really blame you too much if you try to sell, but anyways, we won't get into that side. But overall, counter bias if many liquidity grabs, yeah, that can give you a conviction to counter bias, yes, but we're not counter bias today anyways. And yeah, let's see, 15 buys above. So that would be the plan initially for gold here, is to just look buys. Sells, I need more information. If we fake out, like that would be nasty, of course, but it is a possibility to fake out. Yeah, we could actually look to sell maybe back below 70. If price wants to consolidate in here, it's very possible, but it will be extremely boring then, right? So I think that's the worst case scenario, is that if price just starts ranging in here. This is where it'll chop up a lot of people trying to catch quick sells, end up flipping up, going bullish. Yeah, it does need to do some work, 60 pips towards the upside, but I think maybe we can make it there. It is big ranges, right? So even, imagine we get a nice little close here, even if we fill the wick is 27 pips, just to fill the wick. Just to fill the wick. So really, we don't need much of a push towards the upside. If we are going to trade in the range today, I do need more information. Yeah, I need more information in the range here. This is just too soon. Too many liquidity grabs. So this is what I want to see. This week's going to be very high probability, just straight up in indexes. Some flows might trickle down into gold, BTC, but SPX likely to hit all-time high. Yeah, I'm bullish on assets into the end of the year. Typically, we'll see a Santa Claus rally. So even if this week wants to chill out a little bit before we see the Santa rally next month. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for overall on gold here. Information, if not, we can look now. Only thing I'm trying to think right now, okay, can I buy to this resistance? 60 pips, guys, 60 pips. Yeah, it's I want to see the 1 hour, right? 1 hour creates support here. Gonna be interesting. 30-minute will close, maybe potentially. Yeah, I'll wait for the one, because we're buying straight into resistance. Never going to be the smartest plan buying into resistance, but maybe slightly above, like this level here. But we need a good close, right? How much do we have here? About like 30 pips. We will see. Always can make another liquidity grab, of course. You know what gold is like. I mean, look how many it did here, right? 1, 2, 3. Like it went up, came back down, right? Especially if it taps resistance. So yeah, it's not shy to make another liquidity grab. Of course, leaving the range here is gonna be the best case scenario, as we will start to clear just the range, right? Clearing the range is going to be always the better situation here. So if we're looking a bit at GU here as well, wow. All right, dollar must have dumped, eh? Oof. So this is a gap on GU, huh? This should be a gap. Yep, there we go. This should be a gap. Okay, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. So if we gapped up, what did Stonks do? Stonks gapped up. So that means that this should have gapped as well. This should be a gap, right? I'm sure this is a gap. I'm sure this is a gap. So yeah, that is a gap. Have they fixed their candles, these guys? 4:30, great. Good job, guys, good job. Not fixing your candles. Good job. Anyways, we'll get to DAX, so yeah, looking at GU here, damn. That's interesting with the gap. Gap indeed, yeah. All stonks and everything gapped up. You know. Similar outlook, millions of dollars end of quarter that will be eligible to invest back in the markets, fiscal quarter numbers. Having solid midterm outlook. Yeah, I think we're bullish on assets until next year, but that's where, you know, things could become iffy soon. All right, daily. 4 hours bullish, retesting this. Okay, where are we? Gap fill might be an option here. We have this 15-minute support here. Could move it a little bit higher. Something like this, actually. 30-minute is up here. So if we want to fill the gap here, remember, we'll need some USD strength. GBP has been absolutely wrecked here. So to see some GBP strength here is not going to be crazy, right? Everyone's going to be trying to short this to fill the gap. We could just as well close above here and end up buying as well, right? That could be definitely a possibility. So we have to keep that in mind. Gaps don't always get filled today, right? I honestly think that the cells below the second structure is going to be good. Depends how big this is. This is 10 pips. That's not a bad range. Yeah, let's watch. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye. Yeah, that's what I mean. But we could trade 2 there, right? 10 pips to get 2 there. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. 1 hour close in 8 minutes going to be important as well. Definitely need a 1 hour candle to clear this consolidation range. But that's a very interesting setup. Like, thing is, I don't expect it. I don't expect it to do 3 V shapes like this, like this. I'd expect it to fill somewhere in the gap and maybe try upside, then do that. That's typically how it does look when this type of stuff happens. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what ends up happening. And yeah. I feel like November, the probability of your strategy is working lower. Why is that? I'm not sure why your strategy would work lower. For me, I think November has been very, very good. I think this is probably one of my best tradings because it's had my biggest win streak. So definitely means that things are working well in order to have that. So yeah, can't really complain. So yeah, that's the analysis here. That's the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did, you know what to do. If we can leave a like on the stream, if we can do the YouTube business, get the likes up to 150, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Unless you do the risky biz, that streak will continue. It's not luck. Yeah, but it's already done. Streak's already done. I don't really care too much about streaks. I never try force a streak. It just happens. I never think about it. It just happens. So yeah. Plans? Yeah, of course we can have a look at the plan. We'll take a small break though, so we're not just doing this. Harry, will you release the bot? You guys are such gamblers, man. It's actually mind-blowing to me. Bot was down 80%. 80%. And you guys want to release the bot. It was an experiment. We said we'll take setup 1, code it quickly, and put it on for a little education. And this shows me you guys don't watch the video, because watch the end of the video when me and Antonio discuss that bots are not going to change your life. They're very complicated. He even says himself that only 1% of bots actually work, and most bots need AI intelligence to work sustainably long term, because inevitably market conditions change and fail. So it was an education video to, you know, show you guys and educate people that this is not a get rich quick scheme, and also have a bit of fun in the process by opening a little bot that takes setup 1s and seeing it seeing it do business here. I mean, we increase risk as the bot went in drawdown. It's ultimate gamblers, you know. Remember I had a bot when I first started? Yes, I do remember, of course. Bot should have closed the second trade. We're still waiting for DAX analysis. Yeah, now I'm going to do DAX analysis from Frankfurt Open. Not Martingale. Martingale keeps positions open. This closes, it has a risk management plan. But if it's taking more losses in the row, the probability would reduce. The probability would reduce. Would have won all this time with it. I re-enabled. Yeah, they should just quit and trade that, man. Yeah, really. I'm serious. What are you doing? Wasting time. If that's the case. $72, bro. It was down on like from $200 to $40, bro. Account was down from $200 to $40. And then it put full margin. You didn't see halfway through the video at full margin? I see markets emailing me, your account is full margin. I wake up at about 10 a.m. Your account is full margin. Your account is full. I got scared. I thought it's one of my accounts. I'm like, no way a position opened overnight. Really, really. It's a scary message. I said, what cell's going on? I'm like, oh shit, the bot. Yeah, it's running. Man. So it's a bit of education, bit of experiment, more of a video to put that out there so people can learn and understand. Fun experiment though, weekend. Yeah, that was the point of it, right? That was the point of it, to just run a little experiment. You can even see in the equity curve, right? The equity curve. Bot got 0 motions? Yeah, because it's not his money. Imagine that was like a 20k account. I'd be down like 15k. And then it would have made 7k in one trade. V-shaped recovery? Yeah, man. Literally went on a losing streak, almost lost everything, and then make most of it back in one trade. Pure gambler's system. That was fun. I mean, it does show that setup 1 is powerful enough to be, I mean, because it did start taking setup 1s and it made it back. It made it back. So it is powerful enough, but you need that way to adapt to different market conditions and stuff, which is possible. Bot made 5% last week, but lost 80% in the process. Which keyboard do you use? I use a Razer keyboard. Your bot did not trigger TP? Yeah, because we just put a TP at a 1 to 2. Of course, you can close before a 1 to 2. So let's see. How's GJ doing? Putting back slowly. Yep, I agree with this. Sells below I don't like, man. Where are you selling into, right? Where are you selling into? Into this? Tough. With these rejection wicks, no sells below right now. Sells is hard. You need structure, then set up 2s for sells. If you set it to 1 to 1, should give better results? No, because then it kind of needs, because look, if I set it to 1 to 1, then it wouldn't have recovered that drawdown as well, right? I mean, obviously, it's just a bit of an experiment. Guys are too much of gamblers. Oh, it made profit, but I don't care about minus 80%. Yeah, be minus 80% down and then you start crying. I'm down minus 1% on if I take one loss on stream, lose 0.5%, lose 1%, you guys cry for 3 days. But you want a bot that goes down and takes minus 80%. Come on. Yep, for sales need more price action, please. It's not clear. Yep, I agree. Perfect. DJ plan. Sell below high time frame lines. Okay. Not looking for daily tap though. You don't care if it doesn't tap daily. Is that what you mean by high time frame line? So for daily. Geo plans. Looking for sells below here, buys above there. Okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I think you can move that up because the wick tapped it already, right? So if it does close below, it will be doing. If the wick didn't tap it, sure, continue like that. I agree. Price above. 5 minutes, I see the next post. Bro, this is October, bro. We're in November. October, you're sending me bill. October. Look, October. I'm not blind. It's not bill, it's taking your advice. Oh, what is it? Cancellation? Oh, very excited. Cancelling from... Oh, unsubscribe to the email probably, not to the... We can check. Yeah, this is fine. Even on 5 minute you trust? Yeah, with structure though. I would add with structure. Yes. If it's a stray rocket 5 minute candles back to back, I wouldn't take it. Bro, Rajat. I don't know what you ate this morning, but man is going nuts. Spamming, look at gold. Spamming, look at GBP JPY. All of this we looked at. All you have to do is take your mouse that you're very good at using to spam, rewind, and watch the analysis for the cost of 0. Sells below here. I would move it down to this resistance here so we can leave this range. Hey bro, what's up? All good, brother, all good. Anyways, let's have a look at Mr. DAX here. Could be a miss as well. So we have this gap here. We have to understand this is a gap. Let's start off on the weekly time frame here for DAX. Weekly time frame is closing bullish here. No top wick, no bottom wick. Not sure how that looks on broker. I don't want to look at weekly on broker because then I have to scroll for ages to make it back to where I am. But this is because of the gap is why we have no bottom wick. Daily time frame right now is closing bullish. Let's see what 4 hours saying. 4 hours also closing doji here with this gap here. So this is an interesting spot, to be honest. We're kind of filling some of this gap already. We've created some sort of structure here. Wonder if price wants to go for the gap fill down to maybe this daily. Here's the 5 minute structure. So maybe a close below here can give us sell options. This can give us sell options to go fill some of this gap. I want to see how this gap looks on a broker. Yeah. Literally where that support is created is just below the gap open. Interesting to play with a gap though. Interesting to play with it. It's tough sometimes because it could be a bit of random outcomes. But we shall see, Bullish bias? Basically, yes, it is bullish bias, but we have a gap we have to worry about. It is bullish. Even if we disregard the doji, you know, so it would be a little bit counter. But we have this gap. Gap changes a lot. Five is now doing it. 29 seconds. What is stop looking like? Is it worth it? 25 pips for 21 pips. It's a bit tough. See how this closes though. Maybe stops can make sense just above here. 16 pips for 20 pips on DAX. See a big top wick. Yeah, this looks okay. Only issue I have, every time we've closed on a lower low, we've retraced. Look at this, lower low, retraced, lower low, retraced. And this is making me second guess. We don't have the 15 close as well. So this has to be the one that doesn't retrace. It's a good top wick here. I feel if this flips, there's a good chance for this to go down. Does make sense. think it's worth a shot here. $30 rebreak of low, 1 hour rebreak of low, at least to get down to here. Massive top wick though. So we need it to start to flip here. SL current wick, yeah, I'll probably keep SL current wick. But it needs to start to flip. If it closes bullish back in the range, obviously invalid, that will also potentially. That's how much you trusted, not even previous high? Yeah. Because I want to be out of this as fast as possible. Because the gap. We're going against bias technically here. If you look at this gap, the gap really, normally when gaps get filled, they react off the wick. To get to the wick here is 17 pips only. That would be your stop loss, 17, see? But it's looking like it's closing back in the range, wanting to follow bias. And if it follows bias, it's tough. I mean, we have filled some of the gap right now. So you can technically say not the full gap is filled, but some of it is. Now to look for buys today, it's tough with these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Maybe above here. Right, because we have clean candles back up to the top of the range. 16 points there. So it depends on how this closes. This closes back inside the range. Not sure if I like it. No, I know I don't like it anymore. Because 15 won't close, so you're basically waiting for 15 then. Each time it closed below, it was followed by aggressive drawdown. Should that be a factor in analysis? Yes, yes, yes. Because it is, and it's tough because it's a gap. Gaps are very, very weird places to trade. They can be extremely inconsistent. Because you don't know, does it want to fill the full gap before retracing? Does it want to do this? But that is a point I mentioned. Every time we close below, we pull back. Close below, pull back. Except for 15. See, 15 is giving continuation. This 15 not though. Not giving continuation. So see, this looks like it's going to close back in the range. So it won't be valid for me. Now this closing back in the range. Next time to check it is going to be on the 15 close. 15 close. So yeah, that closed back in the range. You can see 15, nothing closing below. So it's respecting support for now. Luckily, we have top and bottom wicks. Makes it quite nice to avoid bullshit like that. This is a very tough range to trade in here on gold. Very tough range. You need to be extremely careful trading in this range. This is a pullback. So two things can happen right now. We can either actually start to continue up since we didn't tap target. So it's possible we can continue up from here, make higher lows. 1 hour has no top wick as well. So any form of setup 2 in the next 15 minutes, closing bullish, can give an opportunity to end up going higher. I would love it to see the next 15-minute candle come down, retest maybe this spot here, and then close bullish. Liquidity grab to the lows, price will close bullish. Look to then target this highs here. If we measure those highs, the more I talk about it, the more it's going up right now. So I should probably keep quiet. But let's say they close something like this to reach those highs. It's like 25 pips, so it's pretty decent, pretty decent. A lot of gaps this morning, yes, because of the dollar, right? Dollar opened on a massive gap. What is the gap fill? Well, if you go on your charts, you will see maybe gaps. Gap fill would mean price filling that gap. So tapping the last support or resistance before that gap was formed. Broker says that SL and TPs are not guaranteed, but somehow the SLs are always hit when TPs are not triggered. Depends on direction. But if your broker is doing that, never triggers your TP and always hits your SL, then yeah, you need to check what else going on with your broker, bro. Like it should be. Remember, spread is counted. Spread is counted. Can you scroll to current price action? Yeah, I know, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying to having to keep on doing that and then switching it off and then auto scroll. Any sell side trade for what pair? Man came to the market today and says, I only want sell signal. I don't care what direction market go. Today I want to sell. I'm a bear today. Today I'm a bear. Sell. That's why he came in, he said. Just give me a sell, bro. Anything. Not sure, bro. Maybe sell GJ from up here would have been good. That's my signal to buy. Ugh. I really hope that gold doesn't get cooked in here all day. It's gonna be a bit boring for gold. But hey, can't change that. Because it swept Asian highs. What pair? Talking about GJ. You know, Asian high sweep would have been this. It's gone a bit deeper than Asian high. Gold is very volatile. 5-minute 30 pip candles. Yeah, it's going to eat up a lot of people right now on Monday. A lot of people are going to get chopped up right now. Like, see these little wicks here, because it's hard to trade on like a 15 right now. As you can see, last 3 15s have just been moving up and down. So naturally, the beginner traders and gambler traders are going to start to drop down lower time frames. You can even see if they're poor enough to identify that 5-minute looks like crap, which obviously you guys can see price just going up and down. Unfortunately, they're going to drop to a 1-minute because they see big ranges and they're going to be selling these candles here. Oh, 1-minute close below, sell immediately in 15 pip drawdown. They're going to try to buy these candles here, get into a bit of profit, and then inevitably fail. Probably buy this, you know. Now they probably buy this right now. So it's extremely dangerous to have that mindset that, hey, keep going on a lower time frame until it becomes clean, because it's never the case. Nowadays we can say that gold moves during Asian session. Gold moves nice during Asian session, but we have had moves outside of Asian session. Last week we had very big decent moves during New York. All right, this is a good close here. If we can go grab liquidity, flip and close bullish, looks nice. Give me a sec, I'll go to the toilet, come back, guys. Referring to good close for buys? Yes. Maybe 3-4 years bots will get smarter and can trade better. You have to understand how the market works. So markets are run by bots anyways. No one's sitting behind a desk trading manually all the time, right? It's actually mostly hedge funds only have manual traders. Everything else in terms of the bigger level, institutional level, is done by algorithms, quantum, quant firms and stuff like that. So you have to understand that also most bots are there just to fill orders. So there's bots to trade and there's bots to just fill orders for people, right? To have liquidity flow, etc. Bots to trade are using data that we simply do not have access to, or are trading on a very different method to where they are taking multiple small positions and stuff like that. So it's not really the same level as what a regular person can create due to the data that they have access to. On top of that, if there is going to be a profitable bot, it will have to be AI driven. Cool painting the bat. Thank you very much. Glad you like it. I would really like to see this actually break the low. Breaking the low here would have been nice, because that's grabbing liquidity, you know. Otherwise this can turn into like a head and shoulders as well. Start to see this type of pattern, you know what I mean? But when we break the low, we grab liquidity. It doesn't, it invalidates that. All right, some action here on gold. Some action here on gold. So yeah, it might get up to there, One bad bot trade is good enough to blow you up, correct, right? Especially if it has an increasing risk module, martingale module. Appreciate everyone showing up to stream. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, be sure to do so, posting lots of value. And if you haven't checked out the value, let me know on stream right now if anyone's new. Don't be scared to type in chat. I'm interested to see if anyone's new in stream. If you want, check out the content on the channel here. Definitely will help you along your journey, which is the goal. And yeah, make sure to leave a like. Goal is to get the stream to 700 viewers. We're at 390 now. Guess I fell off. I'm new. Nice. Is it safer to take buys above 5 minutes? It depends on the close. We will analyze it at the situation. You know, like if we close really small above, yeah, maybe it's better. If it's a really strong convicting close. If 2 months new, then I'm also new. Hey, I don't think that's fully new. You're new to Forex? Well, yeah, then if you're new to Forex, I recommend you watch the free video here. If 1 year here is new, I'm also new. Yeah, that's a different type of new, man. DAX trying to go down. I see the price of DAX. It didn't seem like it closed below that. Yeah. Didn't seem like it closed below. So without having higher time frame here makes it quite tough. With small stops, eh? If you're gonna give this a shot, big boy stops, yeah, but then you don't have big boy target, right? So does it make sense? Not really. I've been watching your content and videos for a few days now. Really like your nonsense approach and efficiency. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Up 1.5% on AU this morning. Great way to start the week. First ever funded account. Let's go, man. Let's go. Take that and call it a day, man. Your job's done. How good is that? That's how trading is. How good is that? Let's go for 40 pips today. Let's go for whatever the market gives us. What if the market gives us 100 pips today, guys, right? I'm ready for that. I'm ready for whatever the market wants to give. So we will see. We will see. also there's a probability that you can lose today. Have to always remember that, but that is not the, what do you call it, expected outcome. Once you said look to the left while trading, what should I be paying attention to? I'm always looking at gaps, but it's inconsistent. When you're looking left, you're looking at support and resistance, right? What happened there in the past? So we can see here, look, in the past, we're seeing, okay, there's a resistance here. This is important information because if you're trying to buy there in the future, the last time it was there, it rejected. So buying there right now is probably not going to be a good idea because it has a possibility of rejected. But if you look left, okay, and if you look at what happened in the past and it moved cleanly, you're going to have more probabilities of price pushing through that zone because it moved clean in the past compared to you being at resistance or support. That doesn't mean that price can't push through resistance, push through support based on your analysis, but it's just good to understand what's happening in the past in order to be able to trade in future price action, right? It's a good conviction and it gives you another form of analysis. How are you doing, brother? I'm doing all well, thank you very much. Be great if gold creates a 5-minute support before closing above. It would be good, yes, indeed. Agreed. But yeah, looking left is very powerful. Like looking left is essentially like, you know, you have your camera and you're trying to look like a mirror, right? You're making a mirror. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to mirror the move that happened in the past. Because if in the past price was able to move fast and cleanly, in the future you can expect to mirror that move because there was a rush of orders there in the past. It was a clean move, high volume zone. We expect that in the future, of course, with all the extra analysis. If there's a bunch of resistance there, daily resistance, 4-hour resistance in those zones, most likely you're going to see price struggle to push through unless there's some catalyst, which is harder to predict what the catalyst will be, instead of to trade what's in front of your eyes and what you see, not what you think, right? So that is the difference, and that's why I like to look left in my trading, right? GU is in a range, yeah. Gold, would you agree if a minute 30 close above 73, then execute buy or wait for another 15-minute candle push above? Let's see the 30-minute here for that. Yeah, it would make sense. The thing is stop loss placement, right? The thing is always going to be stop loss placement. So even if the 30-minute candle does close above here, let's say this candle did it, you would be putting about like a 90 pip stop loss. So to get your 1-to-1, if you're basing risk of that, would need like a 90 pip target, which is all the way up here. So the smaller stop we can get is going to be better, right? Because that will allow us to do what? Will allow us to get to TPs faster and make more essentially. So yeah, I think 30-minute would be great conviction. I don't think you need another 15, no. But if we can get a smaller stop loss on 30, it's good. GJ, 1 hour, no top wick. Yeah, that's why I'm potentially interested looking for buys, but we're not creating support on GJ just yet. We'll see if there's no top wick on my broker as well. Yeah, there isn't. So that's why I'm looking for a support right now. I want to see a support form to at least make that top wick, and then we can see what's up. Only thing I'm scared is that we're going to see a 5-minute head and shoulders from here. It's a very weak pattern. Like, I don't necessarily trade head and shoulders, but I do notice that they do make an impact, right? They do show a weakness pattern here in the market, and it's not giving you strength towards the upside. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see 2 minutes for this candle to close though. My broker has a very small wick. Yeah, nevertheless, a support would still be valid though for a setup 2. So even if we didn't have a wick today, it would still be a setup. So it still adds to that. The only difference is that it will give us more confirmation that price should have a probability to make a top wick. DAX might give the sells. Let's have a look. Yeah, closing here, pushing deep as well. We have to see how it closes here. We have to see how it closes. The thing I don't like is every time we close on a lower low, we pull back. Every time. Why is this time going to be different is my question I'm asking. Why is this time going to be different? And that's what's tough for me. Remember, this is a gap, it's not an LTA. So this is always still a riskier trade. We can reject anywhere in the gap. 13 points, stop loss about 14 points. You have a 1-to-1 to that wick where we normally reject. I mean, I guess it's an option for sure, you know, but because it loves us, I wish that was the case, Jason. I really wish that was the case, but I really think that markets don't like us. Are we convinced that this is the one that's gonna do it? Yeah, last close below didn't break. All of the close below, this one didn't have a bottom wick. This one didn't break low. So if this one breaks low, yes, it would be something different. DAX looks better on 15. Yeah, with 15 stops, you mean? Yeah, 15 stops definitely safer here. But the only problem I have is that your support here, where it can reject, is not going to be your 1-to-1. So it could be a lot of drawdown, a lot of waiting, selling the lows for you. Also, remember, bias is bullish. So all of this can be a pullback for London to continue bullish and give you one big bullish candle, and you won't get anything out of it. So you really want to try condensed stops here. Look, these pullbacks keep happening, you know? Like, it would make sense to fill the gap to the minimum. Filling the gap minimum would be to finish this wick, because that's where the daily open. So we fill the gap minimum, which is not going to give you a 1-to-1. It's going to give you only 13 points. And then you get a big, you know, London Open hello candle like this. And then you start looking for buys above here. And you haven't made anything, which kind of sucks. It's tough. I think DAX is a little bit tough because look at this. This is keeps pulling back here. I'm definitely not selling lows because of this pullbacks. This is too much of a trend. Every time closing, pullback. Every time closing, pullback. It's too risky, right? You're literally trying to gamble on, not gamble, but you're trying to tell yourself the time I take it is the time it pushes through. Which for me is scary to say that. Because at any time we know that this could flip and start continuing bias, which is bullish, right? So it makes you uncomfortable. Can we have a look at Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin we can have a look at, of course, man. Let's have a look at what Bitcoin. Who's been enjoying the meme coin season? Holy crap. I literally made 80% on a meme coin that rugged 3 minutes later. 80% and then rugged 3 minutes later. I flipped like a 300, 400%, then lost 200%. It's been wild. Why didn't you sell? I did sell. I did. So daily had this nice little like fake out close back inside the range right now. Not daily, sorry, 4 hour. Daily is creating still higher lows here, of course, which we can see. What was it called? Holy man, it was called, I have it in my deck screener history. It was called, let's see. History. It was called Live Girl. There was another one called MSNBC. Opus. Opus was good. Noose did really well. All of these, man. All of these. So yeah, 4 hours looking healthy, man. If it can start to break structure here is where it will really look good. Otherwise we make lower highs here. Otherwise we make lower highs, you know. So obviously it looks like it's going to some sort of bullish consolidation at the moment. What fees are you paying? Direct slippage. You don't pay fees, just slippage. Solana, no. Bro, do you use SMC? Bro, that's offensive. No, I don't. Which exchange you take crypto trade? No, they are not crypto exchange. It's not like a trade. It's a shit coin. Man, look at GJ. No support created. Nothing yet. I do it either from Radium or I do it directly from Deck Screener. Both. What slippage do you use? 5%. 5%. DJ had a 5-minute head and shoulders. Yeah, that's my point, right? That's what I was scared about, is that we would get that, right? We would get that. But anyways, no entry on 5-minute head of shoulders. But this is why I was scared about the buys, right? Nothing closed below on 5. 15 did, but hey, this top wick is not going to do much for us. You didn't sell and got rugged? Damn. But that's the game you play. I used 15% and it still failed a lot. It works for me. Tried using Bonk Bot. It's faster than Radium or Phantom. Yeah, I need to look into bots. Not rug, just dumped. Yeah, you have to be fast. Literally, you have to be on the swap. Don't be looking at like have 2 screens open. Keep refreshing the swap. And then be ready to just press sell. Harry, I don't know why, but you're so underrated. You should have more viewers, to be honest. It would be a dream. Love to help more people. It's always been the goal. I think the goal on stream has been 1,000 viewers live. That's always been like a fun number to hit. If we can help one session, I'm sure people can find value instead of watching some bullshit from other people. Show up here live, watch me trade live. Win, lose, everything's done in front of people. So I think that would be great. You know, I think that would be great. But yeah, that can happen if people support the stream, leave a like. But I just hate asking for it. There was a time where it was okay to ask for it, but over time it just gets annoying, right? It gets annoying to keep asking. But it's what helps, right? That's what helps. Look at gold here. Gold is eating people up. Maybe because London session, a few people still sleeping. That's why. No, London session's good. Yeah, New York is bigger, but the reason why is because this year a lot of streamers have stopped streaming, so people have just naturally leaving the space. You know, leaving the space. We forget. Yeah, that's why I leave the like reminder so I don't have to ask. 197 votes on the like reminder and 172 likes. Not bad. Are you holding any Bitcoin? Yeah, a lot. It's my biggest investment I have. But I've been selling a lot. I've been selling 5 figures daily. Until I reach a portion of my portfolio where I'm happy to do so. This is your UJ cells. Yeah, watch this support here, man. I'll watch this support here, man. This is a risky support, depending how it is. See what DAX is doing right now? Yeah, you can be there, Bentley, yes. DAX is pulling back. Yeah, look at this. This is why we're very lucky to have the rule where we wait for bottom wick and wait for candle to break lows. Otherwise this would have eaten us up like 5, 6, 7 times. You know, we're lucky as well this is not doing some bullshit making it enticing us to take a trade, break the lows and then retrace. Like that is really hard. That is really hard because yeah, you'd be holding drawdown right now if not stopped out, right? So always in the charts, I didn't do this myself for a long time, but I want you guys will always notice on the charts the positions that you should have taken that would have won. But you never look at the charts at the positions that would have lost because it's just something you don't look at. If you actually went and analyzed how many positions that you didn't take that actually lost, you would have said, hey, yeah, that's a lot. But you only look at what? You only look at the positions that would have won, and then you get FOMO and feel to yourself, I should have taken that position, I knew it would have won. Yeah, but that's the only one that sticks. The ones that lose you ignore because you always convince yourself and telling yourself, yeah, that's something I wouldn't take. You going for the gap without structure? Yeah, slowly but surely here. 15-minute candle closed here. Maybe this. See what 30 minutes saying. We still have the 1 hour. I'm not too worried. 19 minutes. 30 minute maybe was an option here to get in a little bit earlier. 13 pips here to get here. 7 pips. But it was that same GBP candle here. So if you were to compare you to a famous Harry, you would be, number 1 would be Harry Potter, number 2 would be Harry Kane, number 3 would be Harry Maguire. I'm sure there's another Harry probably more popular than me. Do you think December is gonna be a good month? Well, you can't say every year is different. Historically, yes. People say December is a shitty month. It's just a month where you have to be patient, but price action is nice. What I mean by patient is, you know, sometimes you might have a week of something not good, but realistically how the year has been going, I think December will be good in the first half, and then the second half is going to be slow. Rejecting off this 5 minute. Let's see how it closed below. Let's see how it closed below, right? It's already tapped that 5 minute, yep. Tapped the wick here. It's very close, man, your break even. It's very close. It's like 5 pips. So it must be worth it. December to February are tough in my opinion. Nah, I think February is good. Oh yeah, December to February. Sorry, my bad. You're right. January is not tough. It's just you're coming straight into the market here, you know. Anyways, first 10 days of January is what normally messes me up. This year I'm not trading first 10 days of January. Everyone gets to chill in the group for free. That's fun. Summer is worse. I love summer months. Summer months have very good price action. Let's see if price wants to bounce out of here, guys, for buys. GU as well starting to move down. We'll see if this wants to end up selling. Would love to see a little 5-minute pullback before the open here. Last 15-minute candle before the open. Hopefully that 15-minute candle could see a pullback. Trade meme coins until the 10th of Facts, bro. Bro, I need to flip my account. I am going all in, bro. I'm going all in, bro. Really. Full steam ahead I go in. Full gamble mindset. Go big or go home. That's how it is with that. If you lose, sell the house. Oh, no. All budgeted. Relax. All budgeted. All budgeted. All in or nothing. Imagine, take all my year's earnings in trading and put it on one shitcoin. Holy crap. I was waiting for a retest on GU, but it melted right away. Yeah, I understand why you're waiting for a retest. Could make sense. There's literally no 5-minute structure in this. But we still have space if GU wants to continue moving down. So any form of support resistance formed here can be lucrative for sells. Gold, I think, is deadly here. Gold looking very deadly to me. Let's see what happened on DAX. Wow, that's where the buys come in, right? Crazy. Crazy. Then we can all go flip hamburgers for McDonald's. At least we can do it together. Bro, I think we won't even make it to a McDonald's then, right, Emma? I don't know. We have to sweep streets to begin with, bro. Just the way we got swept with drugs. I'd say you're more popular than Harry Maguire. I don't think so, bro. Who is that guy? Don't even know who he is. I should do. Oh, he's my English footballer. Yeah. I'm not more popular than him, bro. This guy's an English footballer. You kidding me? Let's see. Famous Harrys. Famous Harrys. Oh, you're forgetting about frickin' Prince Harry. Harry Houdini. Forgot about Houdini. Shit, Harry Styles. Yeah, bro, I'm well low on the list, man. At least I'm on the list. This is his biggest fraud ever. God, he put my name to shame. Are you buying any meme coins? They're like last minute. I'm not looking at anything right now. Glory be to the Father and to the Son and the Holy Spirit. Alright, see you on your religious grind this morning, brother. Respect to you. See what's happening with Mr. GU here. Mr. GU, are you going to give us some form of 5-minute pullback here? You have 10 minutes to do so. 12 minutes actually. I wonder if this closes below, if it's just worth it to just hold through the potential pullback. Let's see how we will tackle this. 111,000 square feet casino coming to UAE, bro. I know. It is gonna be the biggest. It is the biggest. It's the biggest. I think it's the Aria. It is the biggest. I wonder if they're gonna host poker tournaments. I wonder if they're gonna host big poker tournaments like they do in the WSOP in Vegas. How much do you make from YouTube? I'll show you. It's always fun. People think you make a ton of money from YouTube, especially now with a stream with only 400 people in it. Yo man, you're not making much, I'll tell you that much. Oh wait. Asking me. Verification. That's good though. Alright. Let's see this stream here. Make about $6 a stream. $6 a stream. You get 4 subscribers and $6 a stream. That's it. How can you be a master at poker and the card is always random? Expectancy, EV, expected value, right? You have expected value of running stuff over time, right? You are growing subs in fairly well though. Well, streams don't grow subs. Streams don't grow subs. As you can see, per stream only maybe like four people subscribe. So my short form content and all that stuff will grow subs more. And the fact is, if I look at the analytics, 70% of people who watch stream are not subscribed. 70. So it's nuts figure. Is S2 still valid this close bullish? I think you mean on GJ, right? Yeah, it's an interesting one to be honest. The problem is that if we look at now higher time frame closing back in the range. I mean, if 30-minute flips potentially, yeah, I'm just worried about this resistance here. Stream only for members, make a membership free? Nah. They ought to subscribe. Yeah, I mean, they can subscribe if they want to. Does that include ad revenue from videos? That's for live stream. Videos will make maybe anywhere between $5 to $10 per 1,000 views. But remember, it costs me a lot of money to make these videos. I pay an editor full-time. I have a graphic designer full-time. I have 2 full-time employees that need monthly salaries. So maybe on this channel here, I've spent well over $30,000 maybe. You know, over the years here, 5-6 years. 4 or 5 years for sure, with graphic designers, editors, cameras, you know, so there is an investment. But then again, I wouldn't be who I am, you know, in terms of having a brand, right? So it's a trade-off, I guess. Is there return on investment? Personally, yes, in terms of building something. Long term, I feel there will be, but it's tough, you know, it's tough. Unless you sell like a $600, $700 course and you get, you know, good amount of people to buy it. I think that would be much better, but it's not really the way I want it to be. What pair will I be trading today? That's up to you, brother. That's up to you what pair you would like to trade today. I know I'll be either trading GJ, GU maybe. We'll see what happens. Gold I think's cooked, to be honest, if I'm being honest. Interesting thing is, like, this is looking good for sells. GU. Structure creating now. But GJ is looking extremely bad for sells. So I wonder what would be the play here. That's pretty much the reason, even though I hardly trade for it, I like to support, since I can and want others to enjoy content that is free for all. Yeah, I think it would be nice. People ask me, why do you give it for free? Because I have nothing to lose for free. This is what people, they're like, oh, but a hedge fund would pay millions to have your strategy. It's like, but I'm the reason because of my strategy. They pay millions to me. And obviously this goal is to trade massive capital eventually. But they're not, even if someone learns my strategy and then goes on to trade for millions of dollars, how do I lose in that equation? He's done something better than me that I could potentially learn from him. So it's always a win-win situation. Not only that, if I'm going to be in an industry, why should I see people lose around me? And I enjoy seeing people succeed. So for me, it also helps the industry. Like whatever industry I'm in, I want to somehow help the industry, right? Also, I can benefit from creating a brand, right? So, no, when people turn around and say, if someone had a good strategy, they would never share it for free, that's complete BS, man. What does it cost them? Like, what are they missing out on for doing that? Nothing. It's only instilling my strategy more, making me more confident, keeping me on point. That's what I like about it, is it keeps me on point. Because to be honest, without all of this going on, I'd be pretty lazy. Why would I be lazy? Because I wouldn't have people to keep me on top of stuff, you know? Hey, what does this mean? Why did we do this? Why did we do that? You'd get complacent. Complacency kills. How to be humble like you. Once we start making tons of money, you realize that tons of money is on perspective to what you once thought was tons of money. And then you just enter a new league. You open one, you close one door and you open another door. You really realize that money really has its place. It solves money problems, but it's crazy. Like, you imagine you get $1 million right now. It's a massive sum of money. But to one person, they spend that's not even enough to buy real estate. It's gone. 1 second. You know, so it's all perspective. You know what I mean? So money is good. It allows you to buy things you want, live comfortable. But it's not going to satisfy long term. Reaching goals is the ultimate way of mastery. And if anything you want in life is you want some form of mastery. Yeah, GJ is going mad. I wonder what we can do on GU here, if it's going to make sense to sell. 3 minutes. Man, now GU is wilding, bro. Look at this, bro. This is now dumping hard. 5 minute no top wick. It's like they dumped all the volume right before the open, seeing that happen. Gold is cooked. Be very careful. Be very careful. Honestly, I love trading regardless of how much I'm profiting. Yeah, but that mindset will make you profit. Watch. Because you have no pressure on yourself to profit. You have pressure on the process because that's what you enjoy. If you enjoy the process, then guess what's the outcome of enjoying the process and getting good at the game? And we need you to chill here. Yeah, USD pairs this week. Yeah, you're right. USD pairs have been absolutely nuts with this Dixie, what Dixie do. I mean, look at Dixie pump right now. Look at Dixie pump. Crazy. This is why we're seeing the GBP USD. Why was there a gap up though? I'm not sure. I tried to check financial juice. Gold is actually not correlated to Dixie recently. Dixie has been pumping hard. Gold has also been pumping hard. I wonder if with this volume sells would make sense. Ripping a sell here, 30-minute stop loss. But if this just pushes now like this, man, this is making it harder and harder. Making it harder, man. The minute I say that, we push another 5 pips. Look at this 1 hour. What a tough session, man. What a tough session. Guess this was the only option here. Stop above the range high. Would have almost got, because here you can't put stops above here. Maybe you can get away with maybe this stop here, 13 pips. 1 minute scalp on what? GU? Come on, bro. Four more scalp. I mean, you're not even getting 1 minute structure. You can't even scalp a 1 minute, bro. Not even a 1 minute pullback. Yeah, you can't even scalp on 1 minute. Even if you wanted to. Once we see it, this is not the pair to do that, bro. This is not the pair to do that. This is GU. GU is a dangerous pair, bro, to do that, because it doesn't have the momentum 1 minutes normally have, because your stop loss is literally going to be like, 1.6 pips, 2 pips. Very tough to catch on 1 minute with spread, might jump and you get stopped out. That's only you want to do on gold or high volume assets, right? Remember, this looks like a big candle. It's only 8 pips, right? DAX fly, yeah, following daily bias, right? Following daily bias. So obviously London Open we can't trade on DAX, it's kind of 50-50, but daily bias came through. So it's a good lesson of showing you daily bias that it doesn't have to fill the full gap, right? We wanted the buys maybe above here. But now that this has come through, I don't know where the next targets are. We'll have to see. We could get continuation after the open. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a clean range till here, but that's about it. That's all she wrote till here. Boom. But if we can push through that, would be good. See what 5 minutes is saying. 5 minutes clean above here. 5 minutes messy, so we need a 15-minute close. Wow, look at the retracement already. So what did GJ do? All right, so GJ closed here at this resistance. Good. 5 minutes trying to get back above it now. 1 hour closed. Kind of doji. 1 hour wick fill? No, because you're trading against, like, read what the wick fill did, right? So this is not a good wick fill. Why is this not a good wick fill? Because this doesn't support. It could happen, but it's not going to happen most times because you're trying to trade a wick fill that has rejected a key level, has closed above the previous 1 hour resistance, has created a support and liquidity grab on the 30-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame has created a support from a previous support zone. It's not the best thing to look for, right? You're kind of taking a big gamble right there. You know, and this is where the FOMO starts to come in and needing to take a trade in the session. Like, you're better off just buying the highs here than trying to do that, you know? And this is where you start to make those bad decisions and you're like, I just need to take a trade today. I mean, look, everything's moving. Let me just take this wick fill. But then when you look at the wick fill, it's a terrible position, right? Now, how are you going to take a position that actually makes sense? Aggressively, 5-minute change of structure from here, or a 15-minute candle closing bearish can give you setup 2 towards the downside, right? That would be okay then, because now we have, you know, now we have the confirmation, right? So if this closes bearish, break the low, you can look for that to be a lower high and continue down. Otherwise, it's just hard to say that this is going to be, you know, this is going to be, since even look, the 30-minute closed above the previous range here, you know? If we're blessed to get a setup 2 on GU right now, bro, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. Nice little setup 2, retest here, boom, send that, send that. That'll be great. Now, what am I going to do with GJ is the question here. This is an interesting spot. What am I going to do with GJ? 40 pip stop loss for a 20 pip target. Not a good practice. As well as the 1 hour resistance being there. 30-minute. Could we use smaller stops? No, because there's no 5-minute structure. So we can't, if you're putting stops, you're putting random stops. So if this thing does want to pull back right now, you're going to get stopped out. Just putting like a random 20 pip stop. Man. If gold starts moving, yep, there will be options, obviously. If this 15 can close above, the next one goes bullish. Happy days. Harry, do you think I should stop playing games in my spare time? How long do you spend playing games? Life is about having a schedule, right? So if you can allocate maybe 1 to 2 hours a day and still be able to achieve your goals, then there's no harm because you enjoy doing it, right? You consider 75 key level? Yeah, I will be, but I will be seeing how it closes, because if we close just at 74, we have 10 pips to 75. I can at least see if it can push through. One to 2 hours, yeah, but just make sure you don't become lazy after playing, right? It's okay to have balance, do something you enjoy. If you enjoy playing games, like during my week, I fit in, you know, time to play Counter-Strike as well. But I don't spend all day playing it because I can't. The video games ruin my life. If you allow them to, they can, but if you're disciplined, then it can just be an addition to have some fun, you know, have something you want to be. I mean, 2 hours, playing for 2 hours is not going to ruin your life. You watch a movie for the same time, right? But there'll have to be something you trade off, right? So if you normally watch a movie, you probably have to trade that off for playing. What news is this? No news, bro. This is London session. Funny how my brain gives me all of the reasons to take the trade, but it doesn't want me to show me the opposite side. Yes. Look at DAX. Yeah, that's London session, bro. Did you watch our DAX backtesting webinar yesterday? It was uploaded. I put it in content library for you guys. Make sure you're checking out content library. Tells you what was uploaded. We had a full DAX simulation, and we had a little rant yesterday. Good rant. There was actually a very like a podcast yesterday. I went on for about 30 minutes. I haven't traded London since June, so I'm not used to it. Not about used to it. In the DAX webinar, we discussed it's only DAX. It's like US 30 at NY Open, right? NYSE Open, right? The same way that US 30 spikes during that time. Skip the last 2 hours? Why? Man, this is a shame. I think this 15, looking back at my session, this 15, but put stops higher here. 15 pip stops. I wonder at the time you would be like, it's only 6 pips till here. I'll just wait for a close below there. More confirmation. I wonder. Can we get a setup too? It's gonna take time, but that will be the way. Question is GJ gonna be sellable on setup 2 right now? All higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Tough, man, tough. There's no full conviction. This is why I'm not sure. Totally makes sense that a future setup 2 on GU, right? I'm not sure about. Totally makes sense that a future S2 on. However, I did not plan for it since the beginning. Yeah, but you planned not to sell. So this is my point. That's the trigger. You see what I'm saying? So you have a trigger. Trigger is price push, no pullback straight below. That doesn't trigger you to take an entry. If it's push with no pullbacks, no way of entering, what's the next step? Allow it to pull back before you take an entry, right? So you're stopping from FOMOing into lows by saying now is the time I need a pullback, because you can identify that price is pushed heavy and is in need of a pullback. So you identify that, and now you say, okay, that will be my plan, is wait for a pullback and then take. I mean, it's always the same. How come we're so locked in on sells for GG even 1 hour 30 liquidity? I missed the analysis. No, I'm not locked in for sells. I'm not. I'm saying it's tough because it's not going up and it's not going down. So it makes it extremely tough. Definitely not locked in for sells. You're totally right about that. That's the whole reason I'm not locked in. What I was telling Adnan, that price closed above the range, 15 tap support already. It's a tough situation, you know. So no, I'm not locked in for sells. It's just what is going to be an option here, because think about, okay, how am I going to buy as well, you know? Because technically this close like this, yeah, you can get to here 14 pips, but is it worth it? Nope. No, it's not. So I guess what is going to be the setup then? Let this close bearish, let the next one close above. Once the next one closes above, look for buys back towards the highs. For us, we have 9 to 5. London unfortunately coincides when work starts after daylight savings, so I get work early and 1 hour before London. Yeah, that is perfect. 1 hour before London is a good time, but your daylight savings should adjust in UK, right? Unless your work doesn't adjust, then it's different, yes. My gold is cooked. I've been watching you for a while, just wondering why you don't trade futures, and is it better than Forex? No, depends what you're trading. If you're trading just NASDAQ, if you're trading just US 30 NQ, then yeah, you might as well just trade futures, right? Because you will trade a better market like that. But if you're someone who's trading something like me, GBP USD, different assets, then no, I don't want to be trading futures because I can't. Right? I can't trade GJ on that. Also, like, you don't want to separate your accounts, right? You don't want to put, like, 50k one account, 50k, it's 100k in an account. It's too much, It's fine, but I mean, if you can just do all on one, why wouldn't you? That's my kind of thought process. Why should I just trade futures for the sake of it? I can do all on one. Should buy a Tradingview subscription. Is it worth it? Depends. Do you need the Tradingview subscription? Are you sick of ads? If you're going to do it, then buy it on Black Friday. Buy it on Black Friday. See, now this push down. This is why. I think GJ is actually becoming into a range here. Forming a bit of a range. And GU is doing what now? Fee fan. No 5 minute fee fan. GJ is trending down. I think GU is trending down like a beast. Bubba beast. 13 pips. Which part of the webinar was a rant? After we stopped the analysis. FIFA? No, FIFAN. You can go type that in Google and see what it means. FYFAN. You can type it in Google and see what it means. Regold, doesn't a longer consolidation mean more trusted breakout worth waiting for? Yes, indeed. It's just a game of patience at that point, isn't it? Because this is where most people try to trade and get messed up. But yeah, the more this accumulates here, grabs more liquidity, messes up more people, the bigger the breakout's gonna be, right? So you're literally it's just a timing thing. We don't know when it's gonna happen. It could happen in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 10 hours, right? Not always, yeah, but it's respective of trend, right? If we're still respecting trend, respecting structure, it will make sense. If things look like they're going to start going down, then no, it's not going to break out to begin with. It will retest somewhere. How much is it to get in your Zoom call in currently, and how much is it? You get in it by checking the website, and it is $1.8 per day, $50 a month. What does Chutia mean? I think it means you, right? It means you are Chutia. I think it is exactly what you are, right? If I'm wrong, maybe I don't know. You have to tell me. You asked. What does it mean? Uno reverse card. It means idiot? It means dog, I think. It means dog. Swedish? Yes, Fifan is Swedish. Uno reverse DAX? Bro, USD, bro. That's a USD giving the middle finger, bro. Look at that. That is literally, if I've seen a middle finger, this is a middle finger, man. Everything down, USD up. Exactly a middle finger. Just telling you. Fuck you guys. See what DAX is doing, man. Yeah, definitely Uno reverse. Never closed above resistance. Tapped that previous 15 and said not today. Not today. Ciao. Have a good day. Everyone get fucked. How do you plan to buy a Porsche? I don't know. Should I? Just go out today. Cash. That's interesting, man. Get classic, the value always rises. Yeah, but so does a Porsche. How much pips or percent should I risk on a 20k account? You should risk 1 to 2% on a 20k account. Any size account you should be doing that. Okay, I'm really... Harry's looking to buy a tourbillon. Isn't a tourbillon a watch? Or are you talking about, is a car called a tourbillon as well? It's the new Bugatti tourbillon? Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I need to increase my lot size. Harry, do you teach about crypto on your exclusives? Yeah, I'm always happy to discuss crypto. In the exclusive, we do have a crypto channel here, where daily analysis is posted, and we do chat crypto in here. We do chat meme coins as well. Meme coins as well. But yeah, I'll be more active with meme coins if you guys are interested. All right, gold. All right, gold. All right, gold. Good morning. Good morning. Yep. Gold is trying. Is the exclusives open to join right now? Are you doing limited acceptance? Yes, but you can DM me, man. DM me and we can sort you out. You know? If I don't mind 1 or 2 people, just don't want like 1,000 people, which is not going to be the case. But look at this setup 3. How deep has the push been before? I would be careful, right? You don't want to really be doing that when we push very deep. Yeah, I mean, it's not as deep, but my question is, why wasn't this a sell? For me, on EU, this is very simple. This is my question. Why is that not a sell? Like, that is my question to you. Where would you put SL? Below the 15 on gold if it was to break out, yeah. Like, that's my question. Why is this not a sell here? It's a simple close below. You even have 5-minute structure, right? 5-minute structure here, 5-minute structure. 4-hour level? Where? This one? It's a little bit lower. We crossed through it how many times? Crossed through it twice. Once here, then once the gap up. Then take the 5 close below, this 5 here. I guess no top wick. But always try to be trading earlier, right? Try to be trading earlier. But yeah, I guess this is more aggressive. You want to be aggressive with this. Alright, gold top of range. Rejected, big time level to watch, yeah. But this is the key when people need to look at closures, because if a candle can close above there, it will be doing what all the candles could not do, right? This candle failed, this candle failed, this candle failed, blah, 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 including this. So that should hopefully be the catalyst. Gold liquidity grab before selling off. It could be, but why we see the same liquidity grab from the downside as well, right? Give me a sec, go toilet, come back, guys. This is also potentially, guys, you have to be careful. This is where we can see that roughness come into the charts. Where's this 4-hour support? This is not a relevant one, right? Shit, let's see another broker. No. Okay, fine. So sells below 194, potential. This little 15, close below here in 5 minutes, potential. I've noticed on DAX, if it goes in one direction at 9 AM German time, shortly after there's a big pullback. Yeah, that's interesting. We'd have to look at that. GJ making setup 1, potentially yes, 5 minutes. 24 to the support, 20 to this. Okay, it's not bad. Check this for gold, planning this. Buy limit from the low, stop loss below there. And then target the highs. Yeah, I mean you could buy limit the lows here. And trust that that lows is respected. If you're gonna do that type of idea, then you should have just bought off the 1 hour here. In case it wants to push now. Or if a 4 hour closes like this, then you just take it based on a 4 hour setup too. But I don't know if we're gonna retrace the whole move here, man. But who knows now with how gold has been. It has been pretty nuts, to be honest. Has been pretty nuts. Passes your 5 evaluation? Yeah, but you don't have to pass it in one trade. Be nice if it hits, of course. If gold 15-minute closes above, but in middle of previous wicks, would you still take it? Yes, I would, because I'll base it on 15, you know? Also depending on bottom wicks and stuff, yep. Because it would also be the 30 close, right? That's also important. It's also important it would also be the 30 close. GJ might give the close here if I don't speak too loud. G with 11 red candles. Yeah, pretty nuts, to be honest. Pretty nuts. Due based on 1 hour? Yeah, based on 1 hour, it's cool. But this is the problem, Finn. This is the problem. This is why you keep having issues with P&L, because look at this, man. This is really negative risk to reward. You are closing at 1/3 of where your stop loss was. So if you risk 1% here, you're making 0.3. But if you lose this, you're gonna lose 1%. So that's why your P&L looks like this. It goes up slow and then lose. And then goes up slow and then lose. Then goes really hard to trade like that, really hard. So this is why it's better to leave these options, because if it's a losing option, it's going to cost you one of these downswings. And this is where your problem comes in. It's not in consistency. That's the conversation I had with you the other day, right? Remember on Friday, one of the Fridays. And this is extremely important. You know? Now it doesn't have to be exactly a one-to-one, but something like this is just worth it. Okay, if you're uncomfortable, sit at break even. Let it do its thing. You know? Because you can have an insane win rate here. Yeah, exactly, Bentley. You can have like a 89% win rate, but, you know. So it's okay. It's okay to close early sometimes, but you shouldn't be doing it as such a habit like that. And also closing for no reason, right? I personally will stay out of the trade if the risk to reward is not worth it, because it's not worth it. That's the point of it, right? It's not worth it, regardless if it's a winning trade or not. Unless, you know, I could be hype on stream right now and give a trade, make 10 pips on a trade and then call it a win, and then everyone's happy. Oh, it's taking trades. But my P&L is not going to be strong like that, and that's what matters for me here. Let's see if this candle wants to close below. It's going to be extremely boring in 15 seconds if this doesn't close below. Damn, the more I say it, it's going higher. I said it'll be extremely boring, it doesn't close below. Okay, I'm going up. I'm going up. Fuck you, Harry. Hey, it's still a plan though. Still a plan for price to close below for sells. Still a plan. But we just have to wait. Waiting is gonna be the way. You know they're listening. DAX looks like it's gonna come back and fill the gap. Yeah, it's interesting. We need to see if it wants to reclose below, right? Get another reclose. Do we have 5 structure yet? We're trying to form some. So we'll see if it wants to reclose. Or does it want to make another low and pull back again? That's nasty. Which is the best plan for beginners in Tradingview? Do you need it? If you just want ad-free, then buy the most basic one, right? Just buy the most basic one. Gold rejected as well, obviously. Yeah, gold looking cooked, guys. Gold looking cooked. Is the Pip Labs discount sale still there on, man? Yes. Pip Labs, we're still, I told you, for the rest of the month. Last week of the sale, and we're not going to run 15% off. Code V4, it is still on. We're not doing this one Black Friday. Make use of it. Like, if I was to give some sort of recommendation, is to, if you're looking to pass a prop firm challenge, use the prop firm simulator once you pay for the subscription and go practice passing a prop firm challenge. Try different methods, risking 1.5%, risking 2%, you know, and risking the classic 1%. I would recommend that always. So take advantage of that and enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Another thing someone has been asking, which is not a question I've had before, but they said, do you need to buy Tradingview and log in to use this? No, we have a partnership with Tradingview. You will not be required to buy Tradingview, all right? You do not have to buy Tradingview to use Pip Labs. You can use all of the features. Everything is included, all the statistics, all the dashboard, strategy map, history, trade feed, everything is going to be included. You can take trades, practice your trades, do all of that good stuff, and enjoy it, right? And enjoy it. So yeah, do some backtesting, at least try the free version to get backtesting, and start that. It is going to be a big part of your journey. You need to do it. At least use that. Right, look, you go here, add new strategy, name your strategy, and press the tick. Don't forget that to press the tick. If you don't press, it will say please choose valid strategy, so you have to press the tick. Just a reminder, people tend to forget. Have you traded oil 4-hour scouting bounce higher low. Yeah, the problem is oil is pretty bearish, man. I've been trying to find, if anything, a short entry on oil, not a long entry on oil. Been looking, I mean, it's at an amazing zone, but I was looking at this entry. This is the last entry I was looking to get in at 78 for a swing. It happened on a wick, bro. Literally 15-minute candle. 15-minute candle tapped that zone. No way I had time to enter. Look at this. You know, how can one apply the discount if already subscribed? At the end of your subscription, use the discount. That's it. So for the new month, apply it. It's very simple. I've adjust. Liquidity grab down. Yeah, if it can make it all the way up there, will be nice. It's a hold till gives a reason to exit. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Manage it as it goes along. That's always a nice way. I think that's a responsible way. Whether it's gold even going up other than in this environment? True. Yeah, I like that. Like active management is always the best thing. You know, it's like, okay, this is not looking like it wants to continue more. Let me not just go back to zero. I think that's a worse feeling, right? Going back to zero. I think markets are pretty hard today for London, man. Pretty hard for London. Pretty hard. We've not done much on GJ. Gold has ranged heavily. I think GU was beautiful, of course, but hey, you had to be literally one position and that's it, the one opportunity. So I can look back at that, but at the time it was tough, you know. Tough one at the time with 1 hour, no 1 hour closing below. But I guess that's the one that should have been ripped. No way you're selling these lows here. Long term, you're asking to be slapped. GJ nothing. DAX is tough. Be careful with DAX. It is really moving mad at the moment. Push up, push down. So I don't see anything on DAX here. I think it's a waiting game. So guys, my plan. Listen for today. If you guys want signals, if you want to know what I'm gonna do to make money in these markets, listen up, right? That gets your attention. Says it on the screen. Something closing above here for buys, depending on how nicely it closes, will be the option to allow price to go towards the downside. Another nice option is if price makes clean candles here and actually creates a high volume zone. A support creation here will allow me to buy back up to this resistance and leave runners to continue. But I need to have a clean range because I can't buy in this chop, right? That's another thing. Again, if we really are convicted that this daily pullback is done, we can even look at 4 hour swing potential here with 4 hour support creation here, opening bottom wicks creation and then move towards the upside. Okay? For GJ, pretty simple plan, looking for sells below the range here. We have another 15-minute close in about 7 minutes. So maybe it comes in 7 minutes. If I close stream and it happens, you guys can take it after stream. It's your choice, your decision. Close below this 15 support. GU looking for pullbacks. DAX is a bit cooked, right? And that's going to be the plan here. So before you leave, definitely leave a subscribe so you show up for future streams. We are cooking. Last week of the month, guys. Be ready for December. We're going to end this year strong. And I'm looking forward to it. Monday is looking a bit iffy, but hopefully this opens up volume into the rest of the week here, right? And we start to speed up. Again, coming towards the end of the month, we want to be conservative here. But hey, there's really nothing there I saw that was like obvious that, hey, why wasn't I in that, right? So be sure that, you know, you guys are attentive. So leave a like on the stream if you haven't. I'll catch you guys on the next stream here tomorrow. I don't think I'll stream. And yeah, I appreciate you all. take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon, right? Peace. See you guys. See you.